Hello, I'm Dr. Tanya Bennett. Welcome to our course this semester. I want to let you know what our mission is for this semester so that you understand at least my perception of what we're doing here. Um, the three things that I hope that our course will accomplish and that your success in the course will accomplish are that you'll broaden your knowledge, you'll be exposed to some ideas and texts that you maybe never read before or thought about before. And then you'll also stretch your mind um, by critically thinking, by testing logic behind ideas, by doing some research, um, and that these things will lend themselves to helping you in your professional life, your civic life, and your personal life now and later on. Um, it may seem like the things we're doing in class don't relate directly to what you want to do with your life, but I would bet money that the things that we do will make a difference, even in the goals that you have for yourself. And hopefully you'll recognize that at some point, either now or in the future. The guidelines to succeeding in this class, I have several. Number one, we're going to be meeting either on Tuesday or on Thursday this semester. You'll be divided into those two groups, and I'll let you know which day you should be coming. This is to keep our number of students in the classroom down so that we can spread out and practice social distancing and try to keep everybody healthy. Everyone also needs to wear a mask to class, and I'll be doing that as well. We're going to really try not to infect each other so that we don't have to shut down halfway through the semester and go to just online meetings. If we do have to do that, we will manage it. Excuse me. We did it last spring, and everyone got through class uh, successfully. So we will find a way to do it. So don't get too worried. You do need to keep up with the work, but otherwise we will just sort of communicate with each other, and we will manage whatever is thrown in our direction. Um, in the beginning, as we're meeting once a week, face to face, you'll have another lesson online, and then you will have work to do on your own in your own study space. Um, Number two, you will need to budget your time. So college requires careful budgeting of time anyway, and it's even more challenging when you are mixing online and face-to-face work. Especially online work requires you to think about your own schedule and when you're going to sit down and dedicate a certain amount of time to your class assignments. Um, the rule of thumb for a college class is that you should spend 1 hour outside of, 3 hours outside of class for every hour you spend in class. Now that is a rule of thumb that was formed around meeting face to face for 3 hours a week. I'm going to adjust that formula just a little bit and say that you should probably be spending about 8 hours a week on each class. And I'm going to say that includes what you're doing in class. That's scaling it down just a little bit. Some of your other professors may demand more time than that. But I'm going to say for our class, it's going to be roughly 8 hours a week, including the time that you meet with me face to face. Some weeks you'll spend more, some weeks you'll spend less. But I think sometimes students are surprised to hear that they need to be spending that much time working on our class. If you have 4 classes, you should be spending about 32 hours a week working on school stuff. So that tells you if you're working outside of university, that you're going to need to figure out when you're going to squeeze in those hours that are required for you to do well in your classes. And that will include things like reading, attending class, going to study sessions, sometimes just studying on your own. And I have tried in our course modules to break down how much time each activity should be taking so you can have a sense ahead of time of how much time you're going to need to dedicate that week. Um, I also encourage students to use a date book because it helps you budget your time. I break down everything that needs to happen in school and out of school. So I include things like, I need to turn in some financial paperwork that week, or I need to go to the doctor or anything like that. So that way I know if I look at a glance at one day, I know, all right, I need to spend several hours working on a project for school. I need to squeeze in a chance to go to the dentist. I need to go to the grocery store. I put everything in my date book so that I don't get to the end of the day and think, oh, shoot, I didn't have enough time to do the things that I needed to get done. I also break down large projects this way. So if I know in a month that I have to have a 20-page paper written and that it's going to take time to do research first, to read the research, to outline the paper, to draft the paper, to write the paper, and then to revise the paper, I'm going to break it down and I might say this week I'm going to do 10 hours of research. Let me break that up among the days of this week and make sure I can squeeze that in. And I'll go ahead in the days ahead and say, okay, the next week I want to spend some time just reading my sources and making notes on those. So I break down, if you know you have a large project due in any class, break down what you're going to need to do to get that done and sprinkle it out, among the weeks so that you know you're going to finish when you think you're going to finish. For our class, some specific things that I want you to be doing are, first of all, check D2L at least 3 times a week. The syllabus is subject to change. From time to time, I will need to adjust a little bit. So you'll be able to go look at the syllabus and the course module to get updates on that. Also, though, if you don't check it at least 3 times a week, sometimes you completely forget that you have a class. I've had students, really good students, sometimes completely forget to go and check in on their class and do some of the work that needs to be done because they're also busy with face-to-face classes. So because it's online, sometimes it just kind of slips out of your head. So I suggest setting an alarm on your phone for a certain time, maybe every Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, or whatever days you want to be able to, or maybe every day, at 9 o'clock in the morning, you want to check in on our class. So I would set an alarm to make sure you don't forget. And especially when we're at home doing this online stuff, I have completely missed meetings. Excuse me, because I sort of lose track of time when I'm at home. My days aren't structured quite the same. So be sure you're checking into D2L at least 3 times a week. And secondly, make sure you are checking your UNG email on Outlook every single day. That is the primary form of communication between UNG and you. When things come up, that's where the news goes. If you are missing a payment on your tuition, they're going to contact you there. If you want to find out that before they drop you from all your classes, you need to be checking in. So be sure that if you need to set your alarm or set your notifications, make sure you're checking your UNG email every single day. And we have an email function on D2L also, which is a different email. You can email me there if you want. Sometimes I don't notice the notification there. I'm much more likely to check my regular UNG email, and I'll be communicating with you through that email as well. So, I do my best to check the D2L email as well, but be sure you're checking in on your UNG email, even for messages from me, because I'll use that more. Some tools for navigating this course. The 2 main things that I want you looking at are the syllabus and the course modules. So to find the syllabus, you will log into D2L, and just on that first page, when you click on our class, under Welcome, I have a link to the syllabus, and in the same line, I have a link to the course modules. Another way to get to those 2 things, when you open up D2L and you're looking at the Welcome page, if you look over in the left-hand column, you'll see the content. Or if you're not seeing it opened up there, click on the Content tab and open Content. Content just has a whole bunch of files in there. I just have uploaded a lot of information in there, and that way I can link you to it from the syllabus and from the course modules. If you look to the left there under the content files, if you'll click on Begin Here, the syllabus is sitting in that file. The syllabus will be useful to you because it gives you a description of the entire semester and the schedule for the entire semester. If you want to be able to look ahead, if you want to say, I wonder when the major assignments are due this semester. I'm working a lot and I want to make sure I have those dates on my calendar. You can look at that and it tells you everything we're going to do the whole semester. And you can look ahead that way. And you can print it out if that's helpful to you. The course modules, on the other hand, if you go back to the content, under Begin Here, you'll see a file called Course Modules. And there, the same information that's on the syllabus is broken down by week. In those modules, I've tried to divide up the semester into bite-sized chunks. I think looking at the syllabus can be a little overwhelming. You look at it and you say, oh my gosh, there's so much to do this semester. If you'll give that a look, just kind of get a sense of what we're going to be doing this semester, but then each week, look at the course module for that week. You'll get a very clear sense of what needs to be turned in that week, what you need to read for that week, what we're going to do when we meet for that week. And I've tried to make it very clear what you need to do and how much time it's going to take. So those are the two things that I want you to pay special attention to, the syllabus and the course module. In each of those, we'll be doing quizzes, we'll be doing discussions, you'll be turning in assignments in D2L, and I have put links to where you go for those. So even though you could go directly to a discussion by clicking on the discussion tab up at the top of the D2L page, you can also get there by just going to the course module, and I will link you to it. You just click on it and it'll go right to the discussion that you need to participate in. So as you're getting to know D2L, if you aren't already familiar with it, I hope that the syllabus and the course modules will help you find the things that you need to find. You'll also have access to your grades in D2L. So if you look at the D2L page and you look up at the top, across the top bar, you'll see a feature called Grades. If you click on Grades, you should be able to go in there and see the grades for whatever assignments you've recently done. I will be trying to get all your grades to you within a week of when you turn in an assignment. So if you see that you're missing something, that'll help you see that maybe you need to go in and do it. I will have due dates for everything, and I will have penalties for late assignments. I do need you to communicate with me if you have some sort of special circumstance. If you are if you become sick or something, please let me know, and I will work with you. Of course, normally with college classes, if you are out and sick, you need to get a doctor's note so that you can show your professor that you've been ill. However, if you get something like coronavirus and you are told not to go to the doctor so that you don't spread it to someone there, that's understandable. Right now we're in a strange time, so please just keep me posted with what's going on. Even though I'm pretty flexible with late work, I just want to let you know I've been teaching for a long time. I've been teaching about 30 years, and my observation is that when students get behind on their work, it doesn't hurt me so much as it hurts them. Once you get behind, it gets harder and harder to catch up. So those deadlines are there mainly for you, to help you stay disciplined and get through, kind of chop through this work in a reasonable fashion, and that you don't end up with a whole bunch of work to do at the end of the semester that you can't get done. So please try to stay caught up. Let's see. I guess the last thing I want to say is I'm really looking forward to meeting you. I'm glad we're going to have a little bit of time face-to-face. At least I sure hope so. School starts in about 2 weeks, and anything can happen between now and then. But I will, if we don't get a chance to meet face to face in a classroom, I will do some Zoom meetings, and we'll definitely get to know each other this semester. That's my favorite part of teaching, is getting to know you and learning about your goals for yourself and trying to support those goals. So good luck getting everything set up to get the semester started, and please look for an email from me so that I can let you know which day you should show up, and I look forward to working with you this semester. Bye bye.